Hello, everybody. Boom. Board games, board games, that's what we're talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this morning with a little bit of singing. I am maybe waiting for a guest. This guest, I am suitably unimpressed, but hey, maybe there is stuff there going on. And so, in lieu of them being here, I'm singing this song. Board games, it's what I'm talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. No, will cook, I'm not unimpressed by you. Please don't take my words and misconstrue my meaning. That is not what I mean, because I have been misconstrued. I am just waiting for someone to arrive. I don't know where they are. Maybe they are on a bike ride. Maybe they are going somewhere on their car. I know, regardless, they are very, very far away. They are from Nigeria. And I'm waiting for Presh to come and star in this show that I call the board game. Busy board game blether. I cannot think of any favors. No, this will not carry on for the whole hour. This will not carry on. I might not have the power. African time is the same as UK time. Either way, thankfully, it's the same word, so it rhymes. Hello, Alan, and hello, Will Cook. I am enjoying these prompts that I look. Oh, yes, I get totally what you mean. There are rhythms in Africa and the Caribbean. And we can carry on and sing about many, 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 many things. I could sing about my cards. I could sing about bacon and lard. I could sing about the fact that it's kind of cool. By cool, I mean rather cold. And I am going to be quite a fool. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to be bold. Hey, hey, hey. Board games, that's what I'm talking about. In some manner, but I'm not gonna shout. Thank you for all the rhymes from the crowd. I guess I am carrying on now. I have never played a board game in the sun. That's a complete lie, but I cannot think of one. I have many people with their rain. I've never played Settlers in the Rain, where we trade sheep for grain. And regardless, I guess I'm going to start and talk about something of some part. But board games, that's what I'm talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. Hello! I guess, yeah. Hopefully, we will, as you just heard, hopefully we will have Board Game Presh with us sometime soon. I'm going to send them a wee thing on Twitter. I will see if they join us, and fingers crossed, I will just send a wee thing. Hey, started now, sending them a message on the Facebook. That's just a sign that I'm old. on the Facebook. It's like a title. We have like one of the Facebooks, and then we have the other Facebook, and that's the Facebook. As opposed, yeah, that's kind of old-timey speech. That's what happens when you pass like over a certain age. It's like, yeah, I'm going to grab the book. You know which one I mean. It's not just any old book. I'm going to throw the book at you. It's like, I'm going to throw the Facebook at you. Anyway, whilst we're waiting for Board Game Presh, hello, Alan. Hello, Will Cook. It is lovely to have you with me today. And I am Bez. It is approximately breakfast time, or depending on where you are. Fingers crossed it'll work out better with It's and Games next week. And yeah, let me actually tell you what I'm planning for next week. It's going to be quite exciting. So tomorrow I was going to do a sort of Ask Me Anything with just myself about Board Game Design 101. On Monday, I'm going to have Lolvi, and we're going to talk about the Ludothèque in France. I'm going to talk to Chris Bocchi on Tuesday about virtual playtesting, Ellie Dix on Wednesday, who's all about making games for families, and he wrote a book. And oh no, wait, that's Ellie. And then Thursday is Eric Sleuter, who's a board game designer from America, who's getting up ridiculously early. Friday is AJ LeBrun talking about accessibility at conventions, and maybe touching upon new digital conventions. And then Saturday, I'm talking to Iten, best known for Tokyo Highway, and I'm super excited to talk to them because, yeah, we've met a couple of times at Essen, but yeah, we've never had a proper sit-down chat. So that is super exciting. Do an interview with Will Cook. Yeah, I don't think Will Cook would like that. We have Ludothèque here too. I'm on the board. Is that true? Do you genuinely have like board game libraries in Germany? Let me know. That's quite cool because that's not something we really have in the UK. And but yeah, in France, it's a really big thing. Anyway, so that is what we're coming up to. And today, well, as always, if you're enjoying this, then thank you everyone for commenting along. Thank you, Alan and Will Cook, as always. Everyone else, please do comment if you can. It's always nice to know your face, and let me know something that you've been enjoying recently, something that you've played recently, or I appreciate all respectful comments and questions. And today, until Presh arrives, might be just an impromptu Ask Me Anything about literally anything, as long as it's respectful. So if it's disrespectful, then I am going to delete and ban. First of all, as always, we have brilliant things, brilliant things. Here's a little thing that is brilliant, brilliant things. So I want to talk about eyebrows. So eyebrows are brilliant because when the sweat is dripping down on your forehead, which, is a part of your body that gets very hot, and the sweat is going, normally it might just go into your eyes, but because of your eyebrows, it goes out slightly, and then it drips down here, and it stops the sweat getting into your eyes. That's the function of eyebrows, fundamentally. It's to stop stuff getting into your eyes. They do a good job. And also, eyebrows, they can be expressive. You can go, is that what you really mean? You can go, oh, you can go, it's all about the expression of the eyebrows. And so eyebrows, they are totally brilliant. And so, yay for brilliant things. Oh, I've just heard from Board Game Presh, so they are underway. So let's talk about recent highlights. Recent highlights, enjoying the music and seeing the sight. Recent highlights. So my recent highlights was that I finally managed to send off a lot of stuff at the post office. I have some terrible news, seriously. Anyone who's likely to send anything from the UK to the USA, or if indeed you're in another country, check if you're in Germany and you're likely to send something to the USA, please do double check it, because the post office charges by Royal Mail have doubled in some cases tripled. It depends on how heavy the thing is. True story. I went in, something that should have cost me 70 quid, cost me 170 quid, approximately. And yeah, I did manage to get it all sent, so at least I did that. And this is not necessarily something that you will know via all the communication. You might have to just double check when you actually go into the post office and send it off. And so this is a problematic thing, but that is recent highlight. Apparently, from Germany to Netherlands, usually €3.20. Now it's €9.90. That's very interesting. From the UK, it's actually not gone up within the Europe. So when I sent stuff to Germany or Denmark, it was all okay. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, sending it to USA was, whoa, this is crazy. This has literally doubled. And so this is all because of the COVID. So this is just something for people to be aware of. Anyone who's doing international shipping for their business, yeah, please be aware of that. But still, I managed to get stuff sent. And even though I had hoped to make a bit more of a profit than I did actually end up making, I mean, I made like maybe £1 per person if I consider the cost of goods sold, but it didn't help me pay for the stickers at all, which is a bit of a shame. But that is still a recent highlight, having gotten something done. Yay for getting stuff done. Now let's move on to the games. What have we been playing? What are their names? Games. What have you been playing? Let me know. And I will tell you that I've only played one complete game. I have played a lot of turn-based games via Board Game Arena, some of them with Alan Outson. Yeah, Will Cook, let me know. I know that we're friends on Board Game Arena, but let me know if you want to play something that both of us know in a turn-based manner. I'm a big fan of Quarto. I'm really enjoying that. And Alan can tell you about Ponte del Diavolo. I think that's what it's called. And we played that, and that was a really interesting game. I think that over the course of the 4 games that I've played of it, I've definitely learnt a lot. Okay, how you can't have diagonal connections next to your little islands. There's a lot of emergent complexity, which is really what you want to get in a abstract strategy game. So you want simple enough rules that you can take it in straight away, and you want enough emergent complexity so that you can continue to uncover it. Arguably, you also want enough initial, heuristics. Will Cook says, turn-based board games bother them, unless it's set to turn-based just in case, but otherwise both people try to play it at the time. Why does that bother you? Is it just because you forget what's going on? I can totally understand that. And on Board Game Arena, there's a little button that says replay last moves, which I like to do, especially for something like Ponce del Diavolo, or something like Quarto. The reason that I quite like Quarto turn-based is that I feel like there's not much ongoing strategy. It's more of a tactical game. I might be completely wrong. And yeah, I guess if you've got to have something that you have to log in every day or something, yeah, that I can understand. That feels like it can drag on eventually. Oh, no, Alan, I think that you actually won the last game. You won on the tiebreak. Because, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, turn-based with friends. I wouldn't play turn-based with strangers because turn-based with friends, I think that you're trusting them to carry on playing. But it does all go down into what you personally like. So if you're not a fan of it, that's totally fair enough. Turn-based with friends, real-time with enemies. I prefer to say turn-based with friends, real-time with strangers. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, well, if we're both on the same thing, I will shoot you an invite. Will Cook, I'll maybe chat to you. But yay for games. And so, and Will Cook is I keep forgetting how you actually pronounce this. Zate? Is it pronounced like a Z? Zate? Xate? It's not Xate, is it? It's Zate, right? So, yeah, anyway, so I've not played any games in real life, much like Will Cook. So, is it, so the second one, did I say Xate? Is it Xate? So, it says, so Xate. It's Xate, okay. Oh, hello, Jess. And Jess, I think that the whole point is that Xate is saying, or Will Cook is saying that they are happy to play with people who they have some knowledge of. And maybe now that you've kind of sort of met each other and you've got a mutual friend in me, and yeah. So to add friends, I don't know how you do it. So I don't know if Jess, are you actually on Board Game Arena? Oh, Board Game Press says they can't join me. Can't you just? I'm going to. So Board Game Press is having technical troubles. I will send. So Press, I'm going to send you a invite on. I've sent it to Kenichigu on Facebook, and I'm going to send it to you on the Twitter. There we go. Another sign that I'm very old. I'm going to throw the Twitter at everybody. And yes, Jess, I still find you strange, but I am ready to admit that I am also strange. I think that there's a difference between being a strange person and being a stranger. But yeah, Board Game Arena, for those who don't know, I am going to bring it up. So Board Game Arena, what does it look like? Let's do an impromptu little description of what Board Game Arena is. So this is what Board Game Arena looks like. So I can see, hey, there, it's my turn at 3 tables because I've got 8 games in progress. And there's 4 of my friends online. I'm not, and if I go to play now, there's all of these games that I can play. There's some of the games are a bit more complex. I mean, Downforce isn't the most complex game, but some of them are simple rules, but complex in what's the word I'm looking for? Ramifications. Caballero, I want to play that with someone because I remember that being. I'm sorry, Jacob. I remember this being terrible. I don't think it's even published anymore, but yeah, I want to have another go of it to confirm or refute my terrible memories of it. There's simple stuff like Connect 4, which probably everyone knows, and it's really popular. Pilos and Quarto, and Can't Stop is a nice, simple, somewhat random game. Can't Stop is just a game of pushing your luck. And they've got apparently 180 games I've not tried, plus all the games that I have tried. So however many that is. And the last game that I played was For Sale, and in For Sale, oops, I didn't mean to do that. For Sale is a game by Reiner Knizia, where you've got 2 sorts of sections to it. First, you're doing bidding on trying to get these buildings. Then you're trying to sell these buildings for some amounts of money, and it's who has the most amount of money at the end. And yeah, this is a really nice game. It works better with higher player counts, 3 to 6 players. I played it 6 players last night with the Juniper Green board gamers, with Colin and Jennifer and 3 other people that I don't actually know, but they are all friends from up in Scotland. And yeah, so if you go up to boardgamearena.com, then it is free to sign in, and this is a totally non-sponsored advert for Board Game Arena. Hooray! And now we have Presh, hopefully tuning in. Hello!
Hi. I'm so sorry for showing up this late. Hi.
I'm so happy to have you here finally. So I've just been filling in time, and we've been talking about what games we've been playing recently, and I think just to finish up, Will Cook has been saying can't stop is only fun if you don't stop and have the opponents on audio to hear their dismay and joy. Have you played any games on Board Game Arena, Presh? Are you familiar with this?
No, I haven't. I haven't played any game on Board Game Arena.
So are you familiar with it at all? So it's just an website online where you can play all sorts of games. But now that let me ask you, let me jump straight into the quick questionable questions. And we've got Jess excited to meet you. So, as we said, Presh is from Nigeria. Oops, we've got a little bit of a connection lag, but Presh is a ex-board game demonstrator. You
I'm
worked
so.
for the... Can you hear us?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so you used to work for the Nibcard Board Game Cafe, but now you've moved on
Yes,
to
yes,
other
I used.
pastures. You've played many
Yes,
hundreds of games. Do you have an actual count? Do you
yes.
keep your statistics?
Over 100. I can't. I don't have an actual count now, but I know I've played over 100.
Okay. And so jumping into our quick questionable questions. Did you have breakfast?
Yes, I did.
What's the last thing you ate?
Spaghetti, jollof spaghetti.
Spaghetti for breakfast.
Yes.
Wow, cool. I like your style. Iced coffee or hot tea?
Hot coffee.
Hot coffee, going wild. Okay, I like it. Best thing to eat or drink whilst playing games?
Um, a soft drinks. Soft drinks. It's fine.
Okay, soft drinks, do you mean like fizzy drinks like Coke, or do you mean fruit juices, or
Fruit juices. Fruit juices. I prefer fruit juices.
do you have anything that you're drinking right now?
No, I don't have anything here. I'm drinking right now.
For the
I just had
record,
water.
I am drinking water with some effervescent vitamin C tablets in it. It's something that
Wow,
I
that's
try to do every morning to keep up my immune system, and then I have a multivitamin later on.
that's so nice. Healthy, keeping healthy.
Yes, and Jess says I'm clearly on the cider. Um, who is the last person you spoke to in person?
Uh, Casey and Tobina. They were
Oh,
both here
nice.
in the country. Yeah.
So people might remember Casey and Tobena from 2 weeks ago, and we are live from the Nibcard Board Game Cafe in Nigeria, and also from Bez's house in London,
Yes.
UK. It's the wonders of technology. So
Yeah. Though I had a hard time connecting. I'm so sorry. I had some technical issues.
this is the way that it works sometimes. No need to keep apologizing. You're
Um,
completely forgiven. I'm just glad that
okay.
you're here right now.
Uh,
So, oh, and Jess says, Jess is live from Bangkok, Thailand, in their bed, and we've got a really and in Germany, and so we've got a really international audience here. It's so lovely to have all
wow.
the friends. Do you prefer books or podcasts?
Books. Books.
Hmm. What is the last book you read?
As I read, I think it was a story, bedtime story to my nephew.
Nice. Do you have a very big family?
Not very large, just small nuclear family.
What is a typical day for you? Can you go into that in as much or as little detail as you like?
Sorry, I didn't get the question clearly.
A typical day for you. So when you wake up to when you go to bed, what do you normally do right now? over the past few months, what has been a typical day?
Oh, okay. Right now, I'm taking some time off of work to with some personal things. So it's mainly being at home with my nephews and just playing with them. Eat food, cook food, have a good bath, and just rest.
Nice. What is the last physical game you've played?
I played number nine, although I played
Oh
solo,
yeah.
and then I was trying to teach my nephew some games also.
Got Jess asking how old are your nephews? If you're willing to say, you are allowed to say past if you
Yes.
feel like anything is too personal.
Okay, he'll be 3 in September, and the other one will be 1 few weeks from now.
Aw. Jess has 4, 8, and 10 years old. And
Oh,
I have 4 nibblings. So my nibblings are which nibblings is kind of for nephews and nieces together, for those who don't know. So it's kind of a combination of siblings and N. So mine are 1 month, 1 month, 9 and 11. So, Presh,
wow. Nice.
oh, Shane Wilcox. But moving back to games, have you played any games online?
Sorry.
Have you played any board games or games online?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Have you played any games online?
Any any board games?
Online, on the internet? Have you played board games on the internet? Oops. Yeah, I think that there might be some weak internet in Nigeria. I'm not sure what's going on. But fingers crossed we can. And thank you very much, Jess. Yeah. And that's a good point, because Germany and USA are very good. I'm just going to try. Nope. Seem to have frozen. Oh. Oh. See board game. Ah. So.
Sorry,
Oh.
network's a bit crazy.
Yeah,
It's a bit crazy like this, and it's raining right now.
Maybe it's just a bad line in Abuja right now. I don't know.
Yes, it's raining in Abuja.
Will Cook says sometimes the Wi-Fi doesn't work well with the video. If there's any way you can plug in, I don't know if there's something that you can do. I mean, this is the joy of what happens when it's live. Sometimes we just get a bad connection, and sometimes things work out gloriously and we have a wonderful time and everyone's able to talk with each other and it's perfect. And we're like, oh my God, this is so amazing. How have we been able to do this? It's almost magical. And sometimes, like today or like last weekend, and you know, it's only really happened twice over this series that it's really worked badly. But yeah, that is the way of things. So just to, for those who aren't aware, I am going to go into Board Game Presh's, what's the word I'm looking for? Not stock, check out. Because yeah, true story, I was going to Essen in 2018, I want to say, And I had a room with room for 2 people. I was hoping to get another person in the room. And then on the way, I was like, hey, is anyone up for sharing this room? This is how much it's going to be. Someone said, okay, this is, yeah, I'm up for it. And I said, okay, great. Can you send me your Facebook thing? And let's be Facebook friends and we can chat there. And then when I did that, I kind of looked through all their pictures just to get a sense of who they were. And so I was like, okay, actually, this person is part of the board game industry and I can sort of trust them. And yeah, and then they said afterwards, and I'm not exactly coy about it. I click on the little hearts button or whatever, or the thumb on all the pictures that I like. And I was, oh, that's a fun picture. Oh, that's a fun picture from like years ago. And then afterwards they said, oh yeah, when you asked for my Facebook thing, I knew you were going to Facebook stalk me. Or I think that's the words that they used, but stalk is kind of when it's continued, isn't it? When, just checking out everything from the past 5 years, if you do it like over the course of half an hour, is that stalking anyway? So getting back to the main thing, I am going to go to StreamYard and check this out on, try to look up all the links and we will explore some of the links. So let's look up first the Twitter of BOARDGAME PRESH. And yeah, while we wait for Presh to get back, yeah, I'm just, there we go. Here is BOARDGAME PRESH. And yeah, this is BOARDGAME PRESH, who is, has a, oh, that's just a retweet. If we look at their things, this is in the Nib Cards Board Cafe. This is Presh, with, maybe that's their nephew. I don't know, but maybe it is. Oh, we've got, are you there again?
Yes, I'm here. I'm back again.
Brilliant. I was just looking at your pictures and we were talking about the fine line between stalking and just checking out things out. And and so now that we've got the real you, we don't, sorry about that, I pressed the wrong button. Now that we've got the real you, we don't need to look at your Twitter just yet. So I was asking, have you played any board games online or any computer games online? Oh dear. Yeah, so today seems to be the show of watch Bez experience technical difficulties. So yeah, Sheriff of Nottingham. Have you played Sheriff of Nottingham? I have. I think that my favourite bits of Sheriff of Nottingham is so you've got these little bags that you put cards into, and then when you've got those little fasteners, like I think they're called poppy fasteners or something, and then at some point you've got to say, yeah, I'm committing. And you pop it in and it goes pop. And you know exactly when you're committing. And the other person, when they're calling your bluff, they open it. And there's that moment. There's that exact moment. It's not just like a little bag that you say, oh, I'm not sure if I'm looking at it. It's a very exact moment. And so those components work brilliantly for Sheriff of Nottingham. And yeah, apparently Jess loves it. And Will Cook says, if the video isn't working, let's see if we can get the video to work in the next 5 minutes. If it doesn't work, maybe you can jump into the chat and answer there, although it's not as great. Can you hear me, Presh? Presh? I can definitely hear some noise from you. Okay, so here's Go Go Gelato. Here's some games. I think Go Go Gelato is from Blue Orange, same as King Domino. I can't remember. And it's a quick dexterity game. Is this your little nephew, the 4-year-old?
King Domino is from Blue Orange also.
Okay, it might just be that there's so much lag today. Maybe because people, you know what it might be? Maybe a lot of people are using the internet on Saturday. Maybe there's, yeah, this is the way that it sometimes is. I'm going to write up the questions and hopefully you can join in. So, question. Actually, I should do played any games online. And maybe Presh will be able to see this. So going back, yeah, Go Go Gelato is a really fun game. It's just about doing things quickly. And number 9, you can just play with the pieces. And King Domino, there's also a children's version of it now called Dragonimo, which I played at Cannes. Dragonimo, I don't think it's suitable for adults. It's just a bit simplistic. But if you are willing to play for the sake of playing with the kids, Dragonimo is totally where it's at. Which is Dragonimo is the follow-up to King Domino. So, Presh, if you can answer the questions, I'm going to type them up on text so that you can hear them better, hopefully. We've got 5 of their favorite solo games. Ex Libris. Prolix. Prolix is now better known as Wordsy. Prolix is the original version of Wordsy. That's what's originally inspired Wibble. True story. That's Sagrada Fuse Oaxaca. I don't do a lot of solo gaming. And Presh says they haven't played any board games online. So, Presh, what I would suggest is twitch.tv/stuffbybez. If we can't hear you, maybe you can follow this link. Yeah. Can't hear you. You know what to do. Please join in the chat. And I believe that may still be good. But it may be food. By food, I mean nourishment of the soul. In a little silver bowl that we will mix in a crazy metaphor. And in this metaphor, I'm walking out the door because outside the door, there's all the knowledge of the world. And the world is beautiful. Okay, so there we go. Oh dear, I just realized that I was still sharing my screen. I should remove that. Yeah. Dave Wedderall, I much prefer playing games face-to-face, but playing a few more online now. And yeah, sure, I am psychic with Jess. Next question. If we're doing this, how what's your favorite color to play? And let's do this with everyone, including Presh. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite color to play?
I can't take any color. I don't have a favorite color.
Yay, we can hear you again. That's brilliant. Now, cards or
Yeah.
cubes?
Sorry, I didn't get a question. Cards. Cubes. I love cubes.
Okay. And everyone in the comments, let me know what you think. The next question is, wooden meeple or plastic figurine?
I'd say meeple because I love it. It was getting into board games that made me see a meeple first. So I just like meeples. Yeah.
And we're fairly split between cards and cubes. And coming up to the end, let me ask you, do you prefer to stack your games horizontally or vertically? I mean, I can see a mixture behind you.
Yes, it's the best way we could get them to accommodate all the games we have at the cafe.
And art or rules? So we've got in the comments a mixture of Will Cook likes the wooden meatball, Alan Outson's all about figurines delicately carved from wood. And we've got challenges, rules, and art. But which one do you like best? Whoops, Precious, Frozen. Got lots of. And Presh says that they prefer stacking games horizontally, and he plays solo a lot. Whoops. Sorry, I should have turned on my phone onto I'll do it onto airplane mode just now. Sorry about that. So games or art? I mean, art or rules?
Both.
No, you don't get to say both. You've got to pick a side.
Okay. Okay. Games.
Okay, and what are some of your favorite board games? So, I know you've got some pictures here of things that you love, and this is one of your favorite two-player games. I don't know which one is this. Yeah, TB. I don't actually recognize this game. Can you tell us about this game and why you love it? There are some games we love, flying over us like a dove. Maybe fits us like a glove, it's so perfect. There are some games we like, even more than a bike. And we might say this game is so perfect. And then my game is Go, I am sure that you know. There are so many reasons that I like it. You have black and white stones, and upon each one of your goals, you try to surround your opponent. Dave Weatherall likes Flamme Rouge. Thank you very much, Jess. So Ife is quite a big meaty game. There's big beasties that are trying to extract stuff from the land, and yeah, awesome stuff. I think that's really the one that shot Stonemaier Games into the stratosphere. Stonemaier Games was already quite well known just from their first game, Viticulture. They did really well with that, but Viticulture afterwards, I mean, Jamie Stegmaier was already sort of a marketer for some other things, and yeah, came to it with a bit of knowledge. So, but it was really Scythe that propelled Jamie Stegmaier and Stonemaier Games into not even needing Kickstarter anymore. We've got a lot of love for Flamme Rouge. Flamme Rouge, made by Asgard, some European name. Oops, Presh. Hey, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Yes.
And Jamie Stegmaier, we are talking about how much we like Flamme Rouge and Scythe. Could you talk about this game that we see in this picture and why you like it?
Okay, Pagoda, it's a two-player game, and they're trying to. I read that Pagoda, it's like a building in Asia that looks like the stacking of these cards and tiles. So it's a two-player game where you're trying to construct one. As soon as 4 is complete, the game ends, and you gain points, and you're moving on the board.
What did you say its name was? Could you type it in the chat and I'll bring it up on... If that's okay?
Pagoda.
Pagoda. Oh, like pagoda.
Yes.
Like that. So if we look it up. So yeah, this from Pegasus Spiel does look like a great game. Can you just, I think it's going to be easier if I don't talk and you just tell us, how did you come to start playing board games? Tell us as much about your history. What were the first board games you played? And maybe starting with your childhood, then work through, you know, obviously everything with the Board Game Cafe and how that started.
Okay. Childhood, I wasn't into much gaming. I know Ludo growing up anyways, and Mancala, but I got into modern board gaming sometime in 2018 when I went to visit Casey because Casey is a friend, and that was where I played Sheriff of Nottingham. It was really fun, and then I attended the African Board Game Convention that 2018 also. I volunteered to teach people how to play games and even tell the games Casey makes here in Nigeria. And so far, that's how I got to be a part of the cafe because I also love learning games. I open a box and it interests me. I just want to see what the game is about. I go through the rules and then I teach it to people that walk into the cafe to interest them in the board gaming. That's how so far I've been into board gaming. That's how I've gotten to play over 100 games.
And so, would you say that this is something that you wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to do were it not for KC and Nibcard Cafe? How has... Oops. How has Nibcard Cafe changed your opportunities and everything going on?
Oh wow, I got to experience firsthand how board game brightens people up, because sometimes people come from work all tired and maybe they just want to rest, but then they see a board game and they were like, wow, there's a board game about this, and they just want to play, and then they just want to they got to meet new people on the table and just become friends and hang out sometimes at board games cafe playing those games. So it's been really an interesting experience for me. It has exposed me to meeting people and to make new friends, literally.
Is this from Google Gelato or no? What is
No,
this
it's from
first?
Rings Up. There's a game called Rings Up. This is from
Oh,
Rings Up.
and
It's by Okay, I can get the game.
you can see Presh.
It's from
Oops, solo layout.
Rings Up
Oh, cool.
by
Who's
Blue
that by?
Orange.
Oh, also by
Blue
Blue
Orange,
Orange.
Blue Orange. Yes.
So Blue Orange are well known for making a lot of very dexterity-based games and lots
Yes,
of
and
fun
colorful
kind of.
games that interest children.
Mm. And yeah, what attracts you to teaching games?
I got interested in I think I find it easy to explain games to people understanding, because I go through the rule books over and over again, and then I try to use a language they can understand to learn it. So it's that easy for me, I think.
So you have a good mind for taking on this knowledge and get. Oh, there I can see Yogi. That's very lovely to see. And you've got a lot of
Yeah.
nib card games
Yoga is
over there.
fun. People always a form of exercise or even punishing them because of they get to twist and do stuff.
Have you played all of these games here?
Most of them, not all. I've played most of them.
And can you give your? Do you have a top 10?
Okay, I can try. I
Okay.
love this one. I want as well.
Mm.
It's one of my
So a
favorite.
two-player only version of Seven Wonders.
Yes.
And so do
Okay,
you
so I
pref-
can top 10.
Sorry.
Okay, top 10 then. Azul, Splendor, Sagrada, Homia, Safe Journey, Stone Age, Seven Wonders Dwell,
Hmm.
Oaxaca.
Oh, Oaxaca. Nice.
Yes, Oaxaca. I love how am I forgetting this?
You
Camel
still?
Cup, Camel Cup
Oh
or
yes.
Camel Up, and there's Carcassonne also.
Carcassonne. You mean?
Yes, the safari version. That's the one we have at the cafe.
Nice. I am actually not. I wasn't realizing that there was a Safari version, and maybe we
Okay.
could. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful picture from Board Game Arts Creations, who has stuff up. Actually, a Kickstarter for a calendar that's all
Yeah.
about things. Do you still play older games like Mancala now?
I'm not so good at it because I don't know how. I just learned how to play when I got into modern board gaming. So I'm not so good at it. I prefer to play the recent games that are coming up, or the ones that I'm just saying yes. That's the ones I love to play.
Oh, this one looks. Sorry, this is a bit rude. It looks almost like you're snorting up the bag.
No, I'm just holding it close to my nose.
And so, what? Why did you leave Nibcard Board Game Cafe?
I just needed to take some time off for personal reasons, actually.
Okay, sure, we don't have to get into that. Oh, this is my favorite picture, but I'm very biased. So let's talk about the games that have been made by Nibcard. You mentioned Safe
Okay.
Journey, and here you've
Yeah.
got Jabossi.
Bossy.
So
Yes.
what
Made
do you
by
think?
Kate and Tangod. The two-player strategy game. More, it's like a war game. You're trying to approach the other king or to defeat the other kingdom. Whenever you make a sequence of three, you take out a soldier from the other kingdom.
Oh,
So you're
it's really
trying to
cool.
eliminate soldiers. So yes, it's strategic and you're just moving pieces on the board.
Is this a very new game?
No, it's not very new.
And Stone Age, another one of your favorites. So this is worker placement where
Yes, I
work. Do you want to explain it?
yes. I got to learn about the worker placement. As I got into board game, I started learning about game mechanics, and the worker placement mechanics really interested me and got me interested in Stone Age, and that's how I learned to play. And I really enjoyed it. That you get to take actions that would help you maybe in further rounds. And I think I've won several times playing Stone Age. It's one of the games I do well at.
We've got a question. Are the Nibcard games being translated and brought to other countries?
Not yet. They are not translated yet, but
But they are in English already, so if you can speak English,
yes,
then.
of recently the games will be available in the US.
And, oh, they meant German. That's fine. But, Oaxaca, another one of your favorites, and this is one that I've not played myself. I think it's by Will and Sarah Reed. Can you talk about this?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
If you could just talk about Oaxaca.
Yes, it's like a craft game. I think it's I think Mexico origin. There are cards and there are small craft cubes made from wood, and then there are dice. It's a 2 to 4 player game. I played only the 2 player game, and both times at both times.
Do you think that so you've had played a lot of games from outside of Nigeria, and you've played a lot of games that have been made within Nigeria in the past 2 years. Do you think that there is a very different
Yes,
style?
I have. Yes, there is a very different styles. Back home here, it's since it's new to us, it's a lot easier for us to play the games made in Nigeria because we understand and sometimes they tell our stories growing up childhood, like the game Concentration that Casey made. It's a game we used to play in high school, yeah. So it brings a lot of memories. Though the games from outside Nigeria, it's really different from the ones here.
Do you, what is the copyright situation? Oh, there we go. Safe Journey. one of the ones made over there. You can see the nib cards logo. What do you think is the situation with copyright infringements? In China, there are lots of games that are being pirated, that are being copied. So actually seeing this photo of Gizmos, it's reminded me of there's a lots of identical versions that just have different artwork and then they present them as their new version. Could you see a time when that starts happening in Nigeria, or is there not the same counterfeit culture?
Wow. Well, it's still a growing industry at the baby stage in Nigeria, so we've not encountered that yet. But whatever happens, I think we'll be able to tackle that with time as we grow.
Oh, here's the Luku Luku, which is a game about basically spotting little things on a map, and it helps you with geography or helps you with finding numbers or anything. I wanted to pass on this question. What are your favorite dexterity games?
Oh, sorry, I can't hear you again.
What are your favorite dexterity games? What are your favorite games where you flick? Or maybe you stick one block on top of another, and maybe you try to go faster as you flick your disc around this little track you found. Maybe you contort. What's wrong with my rhythm? I don't understand the joke there. I think you're making some reference to something. Oh, this is a beautiful game, Trellis. I've not played it, but you know, personally, I would like to spend a bit of time just not designing. I had a chat with Dave Wedderall, hi Dave, and Chris Bockey yesterday, where we decided to stop doing Friday daytime playtests, which was a difficult decision. But ultimately, it has to be something that you're enjoying. And there is this notion that you want to, you know, do something for the money, obviously, or whatever. And that's a real reason to do things, because we all need money to survive. And there's the tension of, oh, I need to, but it's like, what is actually going to make me money? Because as, like, I had someone asked me ages ago, when do you know to stop working on a game? And I said, well, is it making me money genuinely? Am I obligated to do this? Or am I enjoying it? Those are basically the three reasons to do it. It's either I'm enjoying it, or I'm actually obligated. Maybe someone's paid me, or I've promised it, or yeah.
Crazy.
And
I'm back again.
That is permanently stopping
the question was
the online
it's dexterity.
Yes.
Clask.
Oh yeah, good choice.
There's one touch. Yes, and then there's block industry too.
Just to answer Will Cook's question, because I was kind of talking about how sometimes you need to think about what are you enjoying. With I think what were the three things I said? Either you're enjoying something, or you're obligated to do it, or it's going to actually get you money, or actually that third thing, maybe it's likely to be something that is either making you money or is something that you're going to be really proud of and worthwhile. And so, yeah, if I'm being honest, there's a bit of, okay, we're going to continue seeing through, the Seize the Power, because I think that this can be a game that is worthwhile. With other games, there's a mixture of obligation, but once we can get together, I'm sure I'll enjoy the Friday daytime playtest because that is a little social thing. But it's until we can safely get together, so probably until towards the end of the year. But sorry, that is a thing. And yeah,
Oh,
Presh, I'm really sorry that this chat has been fraught with so many technical problems.
yes, I'm so sorry about that too.
But it has been lovely to see you and meet you. And tell us, what do you think is on the future for you? Oh, there's Kitty Cataclysm. Yay. Oh, I've not even liked that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what would you like to
Um,
see from board games in the future? What would you like to do? Do you think you'll keep playing many board games?
yes, of course, I'll keep playing board games and keep spreading as much love and fun so other people here in Nigeria can get interested in board games because it's really new. Some people don't know about it yet, but it's spreading gradually. And I hope more Nigerians get into board gaming.
What would you want to say to us? Because I think it probably makes sense for us to wrap up quite soon. But as a closing comment for people internationally and then also people locally within Nigeria, what would be those two messages that you would like to pass on? Hello? What is a thing you'd like to say to someone who's far away or to someone who's very close? Maybe in Nigeria, I can't think of some. Maybe they're making toast. I don't know if Nigerians make toasts very much. I don't know. I wonder, is making toast a quintessentially European thing? I mean, I don't even like toast that much. True story. Yeah. Hey, that's my fish. Good game. Einfach genial, known as ingenious. This I might review the square version of this one day. The square version isn't quite as good as the hex version, in my opinion. I mean, they're both about equal, but the square version has, yeah, these, yeah, the rule for being able to make single space islands, which adds another element of strategy, but it feels like it's already had enough and it feels like it's superfluous and it's just another barrier for entry. And it feels like it was there just to make the squares work. It should have been hexagons all along. What I'm basically saying is that hexagons are a really good shape in board games. Yay for hexagons. So yeah, this is Board Game Presh. Board Game Presh is a lovely person. They are continuing to high society. This is one of the classics. I think this here is one of the top games in the world. Genuinely, high society. This spawned QE. Well, no, it didn't spawn QE because Gavin Birnbaum was unaware of it. We found out, and I believe Gavin Birnbaum. But High Society was the original Don't Spend the Most game. I would say that High Society is possibly not quite as good and intense an experience as QE, but it is slightly more replayable if you want to replay it multiple times in an evening. And also it's a little bit shorter. Hanabi, wonderful co-op game by Antoine Bauza. Yeah. And yeah, let's see. I think that I'm going to stop at this point. Let me check any comments. Will Cook says that they normally play heavy Euro games, but they also play Kitty Cataclysm, which is lovely to hear that, yeah, you're enjoying something there. And I'm glad that you had a good taste, that you enjoyed the things. Sorry, I'm slurring my words together. Yep, I don't like toast anymore either. We are one of a kind. Yep. Fried egg and marmalade. Oh my god. I'm totally going to try that now. Fried egg and marmalade together. I think, okay, Presh, we've talked about, do you like toast? Toast.
No.
Okay, do people in
No.
Nigeria like toast?
I don't know everyone's taste values. Varies.
Well, as a broad poll, how common do you think toast is? Because over here, I would say a good, almost half the people must be people who just like toast in the UK. So how popular do you think toast is in Abuja? Once again, Presh has frozen, and now, as Will Cook says, the questions are random, and we have to end, but that doesn't mean that Presh is not my friend. I'm going to say bye-bye slowly, because the internet dies. I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much.
Let's finish up. I'm so sorry for all these things. Let's talk about things we're looking forward to and daily hopes and ambitions. So I am personally looking forward to having a distanced walk with Dave Weatherall. We arranged to meet by the bridge, by the river, not Vauxhall Bridge. Where are we meeting? Can we meet by Vauxhall Bridge? I think Vauxhall Bridge is slightly closer to me. Maybe we can chat about it. But we are meeting near Vauxhall area.
Sorry, I can't hear you clearly.
I'm just saying something that you're looking forward to. What are you looking forward to?
Oh, okay. Aside board games, there are other plans, but more board games, more spreading of love and the fun, getting more people interested in the hobby.
And your daily hope or ambition? For me, it's just to be able to make that cycle ride, to get back, and also I'm going to set up a few streams, set up the names for the next week-ish. And I will hope, fingers crossed, that tech issues do not happen so much in the future.
Yeah, me too. I hope so too. Yeah.
Anything else, or? Well, my next stream is going to be tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. I am going to do a talk. It's not going to be quite as formal or as rigorous as my talks that I've given at universities and conventions. I'm just going to blather on about Board Game Design 101. I'm going to chat about how I think people should make a board game. I'm going to chat about what I think is important in making a board game, and I'm going to chat about the questions that you should ask yourself. But, spoiler alert, the main point is that do whatever you want, but just do it mindfully. Because as long as you do things with purpose, it's totally okay to do things in whatever manner you want, as long as you do it with thoughtfulness and kindness.
Yeah, yes, okay. Okay, that would be nice.
I do want to say, okay, wrapping up, I want to say thank you very much to Presh. It was lovely having you despite all the technical issues. Thank you for battling through them. And yeah, it was lovely to chat a wee bit and to hear about your preferences. Jess, it's lovely as always to have you and Will Cook and Alan Outson. And Dave, lots of love to you all. Yeah, because you're all my personal friends that I know in real life, and I feel like I've gotten to know a little bit better over the course of lockdown. And And I've learned, I guess, that people like it when I do impromptu songs. So maybe that's something that we could do more of on a future day. And we've learned that Presh enjoys games a lot and is going to continue spreading the word of games in all sorts of games. And so, yeah, check them out and give them a follow if you're interested in games. Check them out on Instagram and all those things. And as for me, yeah, I am stuffbybez.com, twitter.com/stuffbybez, instagram.com/stuffbybez, twitch.tv/stuffbybez, facebook.com/thingsbybez, or you can email me on stuffbybez@gmail.com. Yeah, I knew that you liked it. I didn't realize that everyone else also liked it. So there you go. And for now, again, sorry about all the technical troubles, but all we have left to say is bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye, bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the good end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, Presh, that you aren't there to watch this, but maybe you'll watch this at some point in the future. And lots of love to you as well. Lots of love to everyone else out there. And have a wonderful Saturday. Bye-bye. Although, yeah, for Jess, it's already the end of Saturday. Have a wonderful next 24 hours, whatever. Have a wonderful time and lots of love. Bye-bye.